Hey everybody, it's Coach coming back to you. I am Brad. I'm the host of Coach Cruise. And anyway, it is Super Bowl Sunday. The game is just finished at the viewing of this episode, at least. And congratulations to any Rams fans out there. Your team is the Super Bowl champions. The game came right down to the wire. Questionable call around the goal line on a third down, which I'm sure some Cincinnati Bengals fans will object to. If I was a Bengals fan, I know I would. But anyway, the topic that you saw in the title is the finalists for the Carnival celebration. Not only the finalists, but we're going to determine today, at least I'm going to give you some logic and some reasoning behind why two of these three will be named cruise directors of the Carnival Mardi Gras and the Carnival celebration. Now, this is part 3 in a series. If you've not seen the first part, I named 4 finalists, and then I asked, for audience feedback, viewer feedback, and I was supplied with plenty of it, and we came up with an additional 4 finalists. Our 8 finalists included Emma Nixon, Mike Pack, Matt Mitchum, Cookie, Dr. E, Chris Williams, Kyndall Fire, and Lee Mason. I've now narrowed that down to just 3 finalists, and we're going to go over some of the reasons why right now. Number 1, Emma Nixon. Love her. She was my favorite cruise director before she stepped away from Carnival. I mean, she was just easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and just very genuine, very warm-hearted, just a lot of fun. I was so sad when she stepped away, but she is raising a family with Mr. Mike Pack, which is another reason he's kind of stepping away. Now, he got a promotion to the fleet director of Carnival, which means he won't be stuck on one ship for a long time, but traveling from ship to ship, which I'm guessing is going to allow him some more home time so they can be more of a family and raise their child, which, who wouldn't want that? So congratulations to Mike on that. So that's kind of why those two are eliminated. Matt, he had stepped away from Carnival, and, with bringing out I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars the Carnival celebration costs exactly. I should look that up. But you would think that they might want to make a big splash, and that's kind of why I threw his name out there. But, as I mentioned in previous videos, I've never seen, the expression where there's smoke, there's fire. You never even really saw any smoke with Matt. There was never any hints or rumors or anything like that. So I think it's safe that we can eliminate Matt. Now, there was a couple gentlemen that are very well thought of in the Carnival cruising community. And when I didn't announce them as, finalists for the Carnival celebration, I got a lot of, feedback from cruisers like yourself saying, hey, Coach, what about Cookie? What about Dr. E? And a lot of people chimed in. You love these gentlemen. And I'm not saying they're not great. I'm not saying they're not fabulous. I'm not saying they're not a lot of fun or anything like that. But the thing about it is, the reason I'm eliminating them is because I think it's honestly going to come down to experience on an XL ship. And at the time that the celebration will launch, there will only be a handful of people that have had experience on an XL ship. 2 of those are Lee Mason and Chris Williams, who have been on the Mardi Gras multiple times, multiple cruises, and coming on the ship to at least shadow is going to be Kyndall Fire and the Donkey. The Donkey is going to be the other gentleman that is going to come on. Now, the donkey has, he's a good cruise director. Don't get me wrong. I've cruised with him. I've enjoyed him. But you know what? Not as much as some of the other cruise directors mentioned. And honestly, when I asked for feedback, and I saw feedback across multiple Facebook pages, YouTube, everywhere, my Coach Cruise Facebook page, multiple places, not one mention for the donkey that to say, hey, he should be considered for, the Carnival celebration. I mean, he is going to go on to Shadow, and he will be on the Excel ship, checking it out, working there, whatever. But just for that reason, I just don't see Carnival putting him as, a cruise director when, one, he hasn't really had any experience, and two, Carnival cruisers really, just aren't lobbying for him. Okay. And then, so that leaves me to Kyndall Fire. And I really think it's going to come down to whether they want to put Kyndall on a new ship when she's had no real experience. She'll have just shadowed a little bit with Lee Mason by the time that they make the announcement who the next cruise director will be. But here's my final thought. My original feeling was that Kyndall Fire was going to be named the next cruise director of the Carnival celebration, and I'm not changing that choice. One, I mentioned Emma Nixon earlier. I really feel like they want, a female at, the top. One of their top ships. I mean, the Mardi Gras obviously is their current top ship. The celebration will be a sister ship to the Mardi Gras, so those two go hand in hand. I really feel like they want a male and a female. Emma Nixon was on the Panorama. At the time she was given the Panorama, that was the newest ship coming out. Now, there's been a lot of people that said, Coach, slow down. We don't want Kyndall to get the celebration. We want her on the Jubilee. I could see that happening because Kyndall is a Texas girl, and the Jubilee is going to be docked in Galveston. Many of you that are friends with me, that have met me on cruises and everything, many of you are from the Texas area, and I've already had several of you saying, hey, go on the inaugural with us on the Jubilee. And I know, and the funny thing is, Kyndall is so well thought of. There are even Facebook pages. There's at least one Facebook page that I know of that is in support, that it was designed just for Kyndall to become the cruise director of the Carnival Jubilee. Now, if she becomes the Carnival Celebration cruise director, that doesn't mean she can't be the Jubilee cruise director. I mean, she could move from ship to ship. That's possible. I mean, Mike Pack, he went from the Horizon to the Mardi Gras, right? So why couldn't Kyndall go from the Celebration to the Jubilee? So, I mean, it's going to be really tight. My final thought is Lee Mason is going to be awarded the full-time Mardi Gras. Kyndall Fire, I'm going to stick with my first choice, and part of the reason of this is Mike Pack, when he stepped away from the Mardi Gras, he left a very cryptic message that I'll leave on the side. And he said, he announced the cruise director schedule, and then he mentioned first about Kyndall and the donkey coming on to the Mardi Gras to shadow. And then he said, I think you could see one of these people on a XL class ship very soon. Big smiley face emoji. I mean, if they're just coming on to shadow and there wasn't really any real thought to them, taking over as a cruise director, I mean, the Jubilee is not going to sail to November 23, right? So that's kind of a long way away. So very soon to me, makes it seem to me like, Kyndall's going to get it. Kyndall's going to get it. I told you that from the start. That was my first choice from the start. That's just what I feel. Now, I could be wrong. I would love to hear from you in the comments. We have really been jumping up in subscribers lately, which surprises me because honestly, I haven't done a video in about 3 weeks. Reason being, and I want to thank all of you out there that have reached out to me. Unfortunately, my mother passed last month, and needless to say, doing videos on YouTube wasn't the top of my list. But I'm looking forward to getting away. I have a cruise coming up, and I'll be doing some vlogging and everything, and it's just going to be great to be able to reflect and just have some fun and get my mind on off some things. And it's great, honestly, getting here and doing this video with you all today. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider it. Check out my other videos. And if you're already subscribed, how about hitting that like button? That helps too. And I look forward to seeing you on a cruise soon. Until then, tell me in the comments what you think. If Kyndall's going to get it, if Lee's going to get it, if Chris is going to get it, which ships they're going to be on, and if I'm wrong on the 3 finalists. Again, going back to Dr. E and Cookie, great feedback, everything else like that. I think I could see them being promoted to, let's see, Cookie is on the Breeze now. Maybe he gets promoted to the Vista, something like that. He would just have to walk a few steps down the dock and get on the Vista. I could see something like that happening. And, Dr. E promoted to a better ship, a newer ship also. So let's hear your thoughts in the comments. The first 2 parts of this series have done very well, so I'm interested what you feel in the 3 finalists. And if you feel, as I do, that Kyndall will get the Carnival Celebration, Lee Mason will get the Mardi Gras, and Chris will just rotate between the 2 of them. That's kind of my guess right now. So, all right, guys, we will talk to you later. Take care.